Gain insights on the strategies to nurture marketing tech talent by joining this unified session with industry movers from different sides of the talent ecosystem. Shaili Go from Mavens.life, Dr. Ram Gopal from AirAsia Academy, and Dr. Mimi Amina from Quirk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the panel on the topic of how to get your marketing team started with marketing tech. So together with me, we have Dr. Ram and Dr. Mimi. My name is Shaili. I'm coming from Brunei. So I'm founding a few education startups. And it's very interesting to have our guest panelists also in the academic world or once. So Dr. Ram is currently the Director of Strategy and Innovation with AirAsia Academy. He has over 10 years as academician at University of Malaya. Dr. Mimi is a CEO at Constellation Ventures and co-founder of QWork. She's also academic member of engineering faculty at International Islamic University of Malaysia. So thank you for our respectable panelists. So let's start with the answering to the question. Can you share a little bit more about the starter kit? What would you encourage small businesses to start with, Dr. Ram?
Well, the first thing any business needs to do, regardless of size, is to understand what is digital marketing, what is MarTech. Okay. If you're looking for a product to suggest, then yeah, you can use lots of marketing tools. Okay, SEMrush you can get it for free, but how you choose to use it is up to you.
I see. So thank you for sharing that. So SEMrush is your recommendation as a free.
I would recommend SEMrush, and I'm going to do a bit of self-advertising. If you want to know how best to utilize this tool, whatever tools are out there, AirAsia Academy has over 57 courses just around marketing technology, which you can take right now on our on-demand at only 28 ringgit a month. So you can get started there. We even have an introduction to marketing technology.
I see. It's really a matter of being aware of the opportunities out there and put yourself out there to try things out for your company or your business. So thank you, Dr. Ram. So next question would be for Dr. Mimi. What are the key challenges for businesses to get started with MarTech?
So I can speak a bit on behalf of Quirk. One, as Dr. Ram mentioned, awareness. I think we were stuck with being not from a marketing background, newfangled jargons like inbound marketing and what this means. So sometimes we do have the pain along the sales funnel, for example, or along, but to then map that out to the different tools. So this was the challenge. The next after that quickly becomes, okay, you've identified a certain tool, for example, but the tools can get a little technical. HubSpot, for example, is something that we use. We also use brands that are featured on this platform, for example, also the Tel, for example, Evanesys. But then looking for talent that could aid us with the use of all these new tools, is something that I think businesses would, at least I can speak from my business, that's kind of where we struggled at the beginning of our journey.
I see. You mentioned about talents, getting the right talents for the tools that you identified, right? When it can be getting too technical for us that's non-tech. So how do you identify talents that can use HubSpot for your business?
Right. So on Quirk, I think we're constantly growing the pool of talent. So we do, I think, a bit also about kind of similar to what Ram does. We recruit students and people just from 2-3 countries now. And chances are that there will be 1 or 2, but also this idea of training them, putting them on the job. That's kind of what we do at Quirk, putting them right on the job, and then providing them also with content and materials that they can then use to translate all these different skills that they already learned, you know. So I'm just learning about your product, Ram. So that's definitely something we would check out. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I think those are the few things I'd be able to say around talent with regards to marketing technology.
I see. So how about Dr. Ram, AirAsia Academy?
We hire our own graduates. So if you look, half the development team went through our software engineering reskill, and the entire marketing team, except for their manager and their head, came through our reskill process. So it takes us about 2-3 weeks full time. And mind you, these graduates, they were not qualified in digital marketing when they started. There's one who took a degree in Islamic studies. So yeah, it's a career change.
That's a very interesting. Just goes to show in today's age, you can really learn anything. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
How the enrollment works from Islamic?
If you go to airasiaacademy.com, just go search for reskill. Those are the full reskill programs. Those are where we also do job placement for the graduates. But if you're in an SME and you just want your staff to know about it, they don't need any kind of certification. I would say on demand is much more affordable, since they get every one of the 16,000 courses at 28 ringgit a month, not per course, for everything. So I would say that's a great place to start, because, well, it's affordable.
So that's where the graduates first started. They sign up for the class, and eventually the AirAsia actually identified them.
Yes.
Opportunity. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a direct application right after the.
That's right. If you want to work at AirAsia, a great way is to start with our reskill program.
Wow. So I think the next question would be, maybe just to highlight like why, because for me, MarTech is very new. I even confuse it with EdTech. How to get people started, like how to encourage SMEs or business owners to start looking into MarTech and start integrating it to their business operations. Dr. Ram.
For us, the digital business line is huge, right? And when you look at how Academy leveraged on digital marketing, data, and of course, marketing technology, how we grew from 13,000 users in January to 400,000 users today, a lot of this was just organic growth. And what that means is that this growth has been with 0 ringgit spent on marketing. We spent all of that to invest in making sure that the platform ranks very high in SEO, that all of our conversion funnels are very smoothly handled by the platform. And of course, we adjust everything based on the user journey. So look, we use Google 360. We know where users drop off. We know which page they bounce. And from there, we adjust the journey until they reach checkout. So there are 2 ways. You can buy ads, which generates traffic, or you can optimize everything, which means you get continuous, sustainable traffic. And I would say when you invest that effort, it really pays off in the long term.
So you mentioned about knowing exactly where they drop off, right? The bounce rate. So how about businesses that are not online?
If you talk about a non-online business, then you are limiting your ability to reach a larger audience. That's one thing that non-digital SMEs need to remember. If you are satisfied and you are generating sufficient margins, that you're fine. That means you're getting enough traffic. You don't need to reach a larger audience. That's okay, you know. But if you're looking at expanding your revenue without adding too much to cost, right? Some people will create another physical store. That's one way, but the investment is substantial. In many ways, digital presence allows you to reach essentially a global audience. for very little additional investment to start off with.
I see. So can I say the prerequisite to start using MarTech is at least having a digital presence or website?
Have a website. If you have no website, there's no place for them, and then there's no point starting with MarTech. At least have a website.
Yeah.
Like how to track the data, how to find
There's no data. It's like nothing. You can't find anything. You give a physical address. That's it. You don't know how to measure anything.
or install a CCTV and see how many people coming in.
Yes, it's really tough. So at some point, you
Okay.
do need a digital presence.
Okay, that's a very important point to highlight. So how about Dr. Mimi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we are still kind of, if you talk about at least SMEs here in Malaysia, the bulk of the people are still kind of getting used to this idea of marketing technology. I mean, I think without necessarily being derogatory, a lot of people are still looking at Facebook and things like that to market stuff. But as things evolve into more sophisticated products being used or being offered in the market, I think the first part is really trying out. I like this idea because startups are always encouraged to pivot. So okay, this is my turn to kind of promote what we do at Quirk, is to use talent to try out something. And that's kind of the basis of gig workers, so having, very temporal commitment to trying out something, and you having the manpower to kind of help you around that, and kind of using that to kind of better your entire journey too. So hire a gig worker. I think when we were starting out, we were just trying to explore various different tools and ways to kind of engage with our online audience, for example. And we hired one person, for example, for 1-2 months just to try to run some kind of campaign for us. And then some we scrape off. And I think the idea about gig worker, just to kind of build on what you said earlier, CL, is for physical presence too. You could hire some people to try this out, try that out, kind of thing. And then what works, you kind of just stay on it and build. We observe, we looked at all the data that we have too, and that's kind of how we channel some of the people. And from demand, for example, then we channel this towards training. So you see that there are more demand, for example, for LinkedIn ads, for example, or LinkedIn kind of funneling, for example. And then we will provide the courses to more of the members of our platform, about 40,000 big now people on the platform. So we then provide them with the necessary skill to let them take those jobs. So that's how a platform works. Also, I think balancing always the demand and the supply portion. So
Yeah, I see it all links up together with the gig economy, and then people need to quickly reskill, like from Islamic all the way until MarTech, right?
right.
So
Yeah.
that's the opportunities for learning platforms like Asia Academy and even my own business, Mavens.life.
Yeah.
So it really opens up a lot of opportunities, and it's a matter of entrepreneurs and business owners to be aware first. I think that's what's lacking now, and that's the whole purpose of Turbocharge Life, right? So it's to get people start to aware what's out there and test things out. I like the word pivot. That's what we always do, right? And that's what my team sometimes don't like about me as well. Like, hey, why this boss change so fast? But it's the business world. We need to move really fast.
Yeah.
And that comes to always constantly learning new things. So thank you so much, Dr. Ram, Dr. Mimi. This is a wonderful session with both of you. I learned a lot. And thank you for being here.
No problem. Thanks, yeah, for having us.